Hi kids, I'd like to introduce you to a strip I did for a number of years for the Great South Bay magazine on Long Island. It was called the Gothscouts, and I can't remember how many years I did it for, but I stopped doing it in 2014, and I think I probably started like 2005 or something like that. I had a number of syndicated strips before that, but nothing ever panned out. And so a friend of mine said, well, I'm the editor there, and I need a strip. So I got to do the Goth Scouts. It's a favorite of mine because it's about four little girls that are attending the school for bad spellers. It's called the School for Bad Spellers because they are little witches in training, and they need remediation. They're not doing so good. So here they are. The blonde, that's her name is Lola, and then she's chasing Megumi, Tammy, and Keisha. Those are the four Goth Scouts. So here we go, and now they are scouts, so they need some badges. So they have all kinds of merit badges they earn. So here we have junior gravedigger, a salesperson, that's sort of the apple from the wicked witch, and taphologist, which is the study of graves. Junior Don Post mask maker, cryptozoologist, which means like Yetis and Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. Fast food chef, except it's got a beaker and looks more like a chemistry experiment. Junior physician is a doll that has pins coming out of it. Genetic engineer has three eyes as a symbol of the badge. Marketing is simply putting a happy face on a pile of garbage. Sewing is doing a shrunken head. Defender of the Coffin, that's a special series I did when they were actually guarding a weird vampire called Vladu. And a Knots, there's a Hangman's Noose. I don't think I do it very well, so it's hard to see. Sometimes that happens. So anyhow, those are the badges, and this is what it looks like before I start drawing it. I make a page like this where I just kind of doodle the characters a little bit, and then I just write stuff down. It just sort of comes into my head. Nothing special here on this page. It's not a microphone. It's a banana. It's never made it into the strip. Lawn Gnomonomics actually did. I'm not going to show you that one. It was just pretty much a bunch of gnomes, little non-gnomes marching through the forest. So anyhow, this is just, when you want to think of an idea, you just take out a piece of paper and start sketching very rough drawings. Now, first, I'd like to show you some of the strips themselves. So we're going to start with like what I call the air guitar strips. And here is the Gothscout merit badge called Air Guitarist Merit Badge. To be a first-rate air guitarist takes lots of gumption, energy, and practice. Fortunately, talent doesn't really matter. All you need are the poses and attitude of a rock star. The real trick to earning the air guitarist merit badge is having enough chutzpah to perform an entire concert for a real live paying audience. If you do that, you just added another merit badge to your growing collection. Kids, print this out for your collection. So our Goth Scouts are learning their air guitar so they can get the air guitar badge. So we have Tammy, she says, cool air guitar. Is that a Stratocaster? No, it's a Spellcaster. And Tammy says, there's no such thing as a Spellcaster air guitar. And Lola says, oh yeah, watch. Wow, I stand corrected. And here we have, I heard you have a new Stratocaster air guitar. Want to hear? Wow, 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 wow. Sounds like an injured dog, like it so does not. Why did you bring your candle to air guitar practice? Pyrotechnics. And then we have the next up we have the lab. Of course, Tammy is a bit of a mad scientist, and so she's cooking up a little surprise. What kind of magic potion are you mixing up? No potion, she's just scratching my back. So we have, don't drink that, it's magic potion. I can feel it, I'm turning into what? A jerk. This potion turns people into jerks. It's just water, huh? What kind of experiment are you performing? I'm not performing. Way down upon the Swanee River. Apparently, the experiment is performing. The Malleus Maleficorum, just the book I need to complete my task. Darn, could you bring me the Grand Grimoire? Hey, quit playing hacky sack with the Eye of Newt. Of course, everybody knows that a good witch uses the Eye of Newt in her potions. Yikes, the lab's exploded. What the heck were you trying to invent? An explosion. I so succeeded. So, next bunch of, now the Gothscouts had all kinds of weird creatures come in and play with them. And one of them is this little vampire girl called Mimi. And so Mimi asks, where did that babysitter go? She knows it's time for my snack. Can you dig it? A 300-year-old vampire playing air guitar. It's not air guitar, it's air lute. Megumi, you go low post. Lola, you set the pick. Mimi, you bite the neck of their center. They like to play sports. How is it going? And this is Madame Gothskaya. She's their coach. She's also their scout leader. On the one hand, it's bad. I've completely fouled out of the game. On the other hand, I just turned the other team into a flock of vampires. Which means, of course, she bit them all. This is the queen of everything. Today she turns 829 years old. Ha ha ha, that's not old. That's downright ancient. And Mimi finds herself in a dungeon. Use the word the queen. Did we? Oh, shut up. So the next one is Zombie. Zombie comes with his own merit badge. Gothscout merit badge. Kids, here's how to earn your zombie spotting merit badge. You must identify at least 10 types of walking dead, not including vampires, ghouls, or wandering drunks. Remember, after you identify the living dead correctly, run away as fast as you can. For some reason, if you can't run, simply roll in some rotting flesh. If you can't outrun them, make them think you're undead too. Kids, print this out for your collection. So this is a zombie kid. He figures in quite a few strips. Do your parents know you're a zombie? Bob for student council president. I will eat you all. What kind of campaign slogan is that? I'm an honest politician. The brains at the school aren't as good as the brains at the other school across the way. Why are the brains there so much better? Isn't that obvious? They've never been used. And these are another bunch of recurring characters. There's Joey the Gravedigger and a wombat. And the wombats figure in a lot of their sports cartoons because they play against the Gothscouts in soccer and basketball and lacrosse. And anyhow, that's just another running gag about how the wombats are ferocious competitors, but they're pretty much blind, so they never score. And so here we have, zombies have surrounded the Dan Thompson Lost Sheep Grammar School. Do we blast them? If we blast the zombies, we destroy the school. But if we don't blast the zombies, we don't get paid. Press the detonate button. We're about to blast those zombies over there. Are you giving us a ticket? This is a handicapped spot. Deal with it. Oh no, the zombies are headed in this direction. Shoot, shoot. Darn, the mechanism's jammed. I swear that's the last time I contract my brother-in-law to work on the tank. We just saved that school by driving over dozens of zombies. It's the worst case of littering I've ever seen. So these are just characters that I popped into the strip in order to destroy the zombies. Death doesn't frighten me. Does death frighten you? No, your death doesn't frighten me at all. So that's the end of our zombie series. And now we have a series on toys. Time for bed, Dolly. No bed for Dolly. It's kind of a haunted dolly. So what's so special that happens when you put your dolly to bed? Watch. No bed for Dolly. Wow, it loses its cuteness quotient. Totally. My dolly becomes a psycho hose beast when I put her to bed. So you brought the doll to lay down on my couch, become a psycho hose beast, and eat me? Oh, now I have to deal with two psycho hose beasts. Some friend you are. See? Yikes! That's what happens every time I try to put Dolly to bed. I can cure that. Just open her up and remove the batteries. You're a genius. Certifiable. So that is our toy series. And now we have a series on cooking. Now this is a cable access show that Tammy ran for a few strips, and I kind of like it. So this is Gothscout Merit Badge. It's called the Chef Merit Badge. Transforming ordinary ingredients into delicious meals is the magic power of the expert chef. Sometimes the ingredients may not be exactly cooperative, so it's the chef's job to beat them into submission. Doing so might include slicing, dicing, and whipping those bad boys until they don't so much as whimper. Finally, after doing epic battle, the chef presents an oozing, bubbling mass bursting with flavor, and in doing so earns the Chef Merit Badge. Kids, print this out for your collection. And you have a carrot demanding a pinch of salt with the badge. So this is the cable show, Cooking with a Mad Scientist. If you saute me in wine, make sure you take away my car keys. You must think I'm an alcoholic. No, you're a turnip. Cooking with a Mad Scientist as a gingerbread boy. Ow, that's hot. That's some delayed reaction. I took him out of the oven an hour ago. And here we have, oh no, not again. Spoken like a true leftover. And here we are, Cooking with a Mad Scientist. Hi, kids. Welcome to my cable access TV show. Today we cook up a plan to take over the world. Ha, ha, ha. But first, a word from our sponsor, the large reptilian latex monster construction company. To take over the earth, we need zinc oxide. We ran out of zinc oxide, but we have lots of eggs, some cheese too. Instead of cooking up a plan for conquest of the earth, it looks like we're going to make a quiche. And this is the Gothscout Merit Badge for cable access television host. Now, most of the time, this shows you how dated it is. Most of the time you have YouTube videos. If you're going to go out and you're going to work on something, it's going to be for the YouTubes. But when I was making these strips, cable access was local. It's where you went. They have television cameras, and you could make your own TV show, film it there, and it would air for the town of West Hartford. So here we have, and so anyhow, Tammy's cable access show wasn't a YouTube show. It was strictly local television. So you too can join the fast-paced world of cable access television by becoming the host of your very own television show. It takes no skill whatsoever, and the station provides your crew. All you need is to invent a really catchy title for your show and a theme. Then you sit in front of the camera, and within minutes, your on-screen efforts have earned you the Cable Access Television Host Merit Badge. Kids, print this out for your collection. Cooking with a Mad Scientist. Touch a node from a transmogrifier to an ordinary sponge, and voila! Life. Wahaha. Cooking with a Mad Scientist. You don't look like a souffle. I'm not a souffle. I'm a coleslaw. What? Face it, you don't even know how to follow directions. No wonder it's a French cookbook. So that is our collection of cooking. And the next one are probably the last few Gothscout cartoons I did for the Great South Bay magazine. I call it Weird Borders, and it happens to be my favorite. This is all it is just Gothscouts as if they lived in a real comic strip. So here we have Polly want to take over your stupid comic strip. Wah ha 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 ha. Just don't stand there. Get me some nails. These comic strip borders are made so darn cheap these days. When did Tammy learn how to pilot this comic strip? And Keisha is looking for GPS. And there we have strange borders. Mysterious forces are changing the shape of this comic strip. Don't you just hate when that happens? And here we have Lola picking up the floor so Tammy can go through the bottom. And Lola just cleaning up a little. And Lola stuck on the border. And then apparently our comic strip is experiencing technical difficulties with everybody standing upside down. To get to the other side, ha ha ha. Our comic strip seems to be powered by ancient punchlines. And there we have it, the Gothscouts. On to making our own merit badges.